Morning, Dinesh. So let me just please please mute your microphone, please. Okay. So let me just go ahead and get it started on this the slide presentation. Let me go ahead and present this first, and then I and Dr. Bhatia can go over a little bit more detail, and you will have a chance of the asking questions. So there is a major change in MSCE degree plan. So current degree plan, um, there are 4 core courses, and you must choose 2 courses from Group 1 electives and 2 from Group 2 electives, and then you need to choose the 2 ECS electives. And as you know that there are many the prerequisites for CS courses. So that was the one of the bottlenecks for our masters in CE students. And there was no restriction on taking how many courses you are taking for CS courses. So that is the current degree plan. And what is changed then, the new degree plan is this. So new degree plan, we have 3 core courses, not 4, 3 core courses. And we will have 5 CE elective courses. There is no longer, we do not have Group 1 and Group 2 anymore. So it is flexible, and you have CE, 5 CE electives. And then ECS electives, 2 courses are still there. Okay, so 3 plus 5 plus 2, 10 courses, 30 semester credit hour. That is the new degree plan. Now, to get rid of this many CS 5000 level prerequisites that requires another prerequisite, there was a big issue for our master's students in computer engineering. So our CE faculty made this major change, and we will have a due course, and that is CE 6320. This 20 may be changed, but the course will not change. So this is applied data structures and algorithms, and this will be offered as a core course, one of 3 core courses. Okay, so you must take this if you are in the MSCE program. So this course will replace algorithm-related computer science prerequisites like 5333, 5343. You don't need to take those courses anymore. Instead, you need to take the CE 6320, and that will get rid of all these algorithm-related computer science prerequisites. And for the number of the CS courses that you can take, no more than 5 computer science courses can be taken for MSCE degree plan, in new degree plan. So how we come up this number 5 is that out of 5 CE electives, maximum number of CS courses allowed are 3. And then these 2 ECS elective, you have the total freedom to choose any courses, but you can also, of course, choose computer science courses if you like. So 2 computer science here, 3 computer science here, that is maximum. 4 computer science courses, fine. 3 computer science courses, fine. 2 computer sciences courses, fine. Okay, so that is basically the change. Just the maximum number of CS courses that you can take and credit into this MSCE degree plan, that is 5. And this new degree plan is officially effective from fall 2023. However, you can change your catalog year in fall 2023 very easily just by filling out the form and get it approved, and approval is so easy. Okay, so you can have this in mind, this new change in mind, and then register courses for spring semester and summer semester with this new degree plan. Okay, and for those who start their MSCE program in fall 2023 or later, automatically they don't need to change anything. They just go with this new degree plan. So once again, here is new degree plan
JB,
over here. Yes.
can you please go back to the previous slide? I would like to elaborate something as you go along.
Sure.
Okay. So for all the students who are on the call, I want to mention something. The new degree plan uh, comes with almost no restrictions. That's number one. If you go back and look at the previous degree plans, yes, we do have 4 core courses. So I will take an example. If you're taking, for example, the embedded systems concentration in the current degree plan, there are 4 courses that you have to take. Then there are 2 group 1 courses, which are essentially ECE courses that you have to take. And then there are 2 group 2 courses, which are the computer science courses. So that effectively reduces your scope of taking computer science courses to no more than 2 in the current degree plan. And then if you choose to take 2 ECS electives, that gives you another 2 courses. So essentially, in the best case scenario, you can take 4 computer science courses in the current degree plan. Now, point number 2, the CE 6320 course that has been jointly developed by the ECE and the computer science faculty. It will be co-taught. This is a course that will completely replace the sequence of CS 5333, 5343, and also the requirement of taking CS 6363, which is the algorithms course in computer science. So essentially what you're getting is through one course. This is a combined course that gives you all the required fundamentals for data structures and algorithms, and it knocks out the whole prerequisite chain. And I feel that is a very big accomplishment because it will really give you great deal of fundamental knowledge, but at the same time it gives you very high degree of flexibility to also take some of the CS as well as ECE courses. Now, the third point that Dr. Lee mentioned, that you can take no more than 5 CS courses, it is actually a much more added uh, sort of version in the new degree plan, because the previous degree plan, even though it does not have any restriction, but the way the degree plan is structured, in the best case scenario, if you take that computing systems concentration, then maybe you can take more than 4. But in the best case scenario, say, for example, if you're taking embedded systems, the current degree plan really does not give you any room for taking more than 4 CS courses. Here, you can easily go for 5 CS courses. So that is something which I believe is a big change. And I also want to quickly mention why no more than 5. If you start going more than 5 CS courses in the CE plan, then officially the degree will start mimicking the structures which are in the computer science degree, and our advice and the recommendation would be for such students, they should transfer to CS and not be part of CE. So CS 5 courses is a very flexible option that is available in the current CE plan. And then I will come back and give some more details, but rest of the details, as you heard, are very, very correct. You can officially start it from fall 23, but you can effectively start implementing this in spring 23 itself, and then do the catalog year change in August of 23. Thank you.
Thanks, Dr. Bhatia. So, I might give you some impression that it is, a little bit more restrictive, but as Dr. Bhatia made it very, very clear, it is more flexible. And the flexibility is the key for this change, and make you make you take have you take some courses that you really wish. Okay, so that's the major change in this degree plan. So again, in this slide, I want to show this new MSCE degree plan overview. So what are three core courses? These are three core courses. 6304 Computer Architecture, 6302 Embedded Systems, okay? 6320, this new course, Applied Data Structures and Algorithms. Those three core courses are there. Just like the previous degree plan and any other the graduate master's program in ECE department, you must make at least B- in each course for core courses, and you must have an overall GPA of 3.0 or better in the core courses. Nothing changed. Okay. So electives, now we have CE electives and ECS electives. Like I mentioned and Dr. Bhatia mentioned, there is no group 1 and group 2 anymore. Okay, so it is flexible. CE electives. So over here, at most 9 credit hours can be CS courses. And it is advised that courses must be chosen carefully from the track lists. What are track lists? I will show you in the next slide. Okay. These courses should be 6,000 level or above level course, and one pre-approved independent study is allowed. Just nothing changed from previous degree plan. And thesis option, there are not many students about the thesis option, but if you choose thesis option, then at least 3 credit hours must be master's thesis, and 3 to 6 hours of research, and on independent study would count as research. And ECS electives, again, this is the same, nothing changed. Any course in ECS, including BMAN, mechanical engineering, systems engineering, if you really like. And only 1,000 level course is allowed in this category. So nothing changed from previous degree plan. So only major change is this core, number of core changed, and the elective, no longer group 1 and group 2. It is just C electives. So now.
One more.
Yes.
So again, I just quickly want to mention something to students so it becomes a little bit more clear. The faculty have been very busy really making sure that this program is going to address what are the coming future needs, both in industry and research. So the 6302 course is now going to be called as Embedded Systems. If you will note, currently it is called as Microprocessor and Embedded Systems. We are eliminating the microprocessor architecture part out, and this is going to be much more software focused, microcontrolled based embedded system design kind of course. So this is going to be actually a big change in the course itself when it will be offered for the first time in fall of 2023. The 6320, as I said, is a jointly developed course in algorithms. As Dr. Lee mentioned, 6320 is a tentative assigned number from the registrar because it is still going through the approval processes. I don't believe that number will change, but there is a likelihood that number might change to some other number. So that's on the courses side. I do want to mention something to the students that you still have the same flexibility in the last row, which is allows you to take one 5,000 level course. So essentially what happens is if you decide to take a 5,000, I'll just give you an example. Say, for example, 5348 CS course, which is operating systems. So with the current 6320 and 5348, it actually gives you access to a very, very large subset of CS courses, which earlier was not easily available to students. So that is a big progressive change in this degree plan. Thank you.
Thanks, Dr. Bhatia. One thing that I did not clearly mention was this embedded systems. Yes, Dr. Bhatia mentioned about it. So the course has been changed, the content has been changed, and this changed course will be start to be offered from fall 23. but the course number is not changed. So I just use the different color. It is not a new course, but the content has been changed, and it is just going with the embedded systems only. Microprocessor is not there anymore. So this is the new MSCE degree plan looks like. So there are three choices over here: applied machine learning track, and embedded and BSI systems track. So track name has been changed. So the applied machine learning and embedded and BSI systems are a choice of the tracks. Okay, and these are core courses here, and there's elective CE elective courses here. So 5 elective courses, and at most 9 semester credit hour can be CS, and 2 ECS elective courses here, and 5,000 level courses allowed. That's basically just a repetition of what the slide shows. Dr.
Okay.
Bhatia,
Yeah.
anything?
So again, I quickly want to mention something. If the students will notice that there are three options for track that are mentioned. The first one is applied machine learning. I think we have a clear conclusion within the faculty, as well as from what we hear from students. Machine learning, deep learning, AI is a very, very big and growing field. If students would notice, this is also an area where we are expanding our research portfolio. We already have new faculty members in this area, and we are starting to offer more new courses in that area, including the deep learning course that will be offered in spring of 23. With that in mind, we have a new track which will be applied machine learning that will be offered under computer engineering. That's number one. Okay, we will talk about these courses in the next slide. The second track is embedded and VLSI systems, which is a little bit more of a superset of the current embedded systems track. And one of the motivations that is coming in is, for those of you who have been reading, the semiconductor industry is being re-energized in United States. And as a result, you probably have heard there is a lot of activity that is going on in terms of bringing in new fabs back to the US, including big announcements from Texas Instruments in Sherman, which is another 4 fabs that are coming in. Micron is building another fab in New York with a $100 billion investment. Intel has already announced fab in Ohio and an expansion in New York. And then we currently are hearing as many as another 8 fabs that Samsung is planning to bring in again in the US, as well as TSMC trying to bring in. Our current interactions with a lot of industry as well as the federal stakeholders is that with this expansion, there is going to be a big demand in terms of where is the workforce going to come from. So this embedded and VLSI systems has been created with the projection of that incoming demand that we foresee in future. And we will talk about the kind of courses that are available. So students will have the option of taking that track. Finally, a student also has an option of full flexibility, which means if they decide not to choose any of the tracks, then in that case, essentially, after finishing 3 core courses, they have the full freedom of how they want to fulfill their electives and ECS electives. So those who will take the tracks, which is the applied machine learning and embedded and VLSI systems, those tracks will get marked on the transcript. But if you decide not to choose and still have the flexibility of taking all the courses that are available, you will have that option. So we will talk about the tracks in the next slide. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, Dr. Bhatia. As Dr. Bhatia mentioned, there are lots of the new the opportunities arise. I can tell you that our graduates, our alumni, are doing great in job placement. If you did not have a chance to watch or attended the internship webinar or something like that, You may watch recorded the video in our YouTube channel, okay? And how good we are and how well our graduates are placed, you'll be amazed, and you will soon follow the track, okay? So there are many jobs, and both machine learning and the chips, BRSI systems and those kind of things. It's getting a job is pretty easy, okay? All right, so this is the last slide, and these there are two suggested tracks right here. As Dr. Bhatia mentioned, you can choose applied machine learning track, or embedded and BRSI systems track, or completely you don't want to restrict yourself for this and just the MSCE. You have a choice. Okay, so in applied machine learning track, we have these courses suggested. It is not required. Okay, so CS 6375 machine learning, and 6347 statistical methods in AI and machine learning, and 6364 machine learning and pattern recognition, and multimodal deep learning application of machine learning in IC manufacturing. So these are all machine learning related courses. One thing that you need to keep in mind is that if you take CS 6375 machine learning, you cannot take EESC 6364, that is machine learning and pattern recognition. So these two courses, first and third bullet, you cannot take both courses and get credits for both. Okay, so please keep that in mind, and these are suggested the courses for applied machine learning. For embedded and BRSI systems track, design and verification of real computer systems, and apply the DSP, BRSI design, BRSI testing, physical design automation of BRSI systems. So these are suggested courses, once again, suggested, not required courses for tracks. So you have a lot of flexibility of choice of the courses. Okay, Dr. Bhatia, you want to?
So again, I want to mention something to the students. For those of you who are familiar with the 6370, that is a course design and analysis of reconfigurable computing systems that traditionally I have been teaching in the spring every year. That course is not being offered in the spring of 2023. And instead, this is what we did. Both myself and Professor Ben Schaefer, we sat down and we completely restructured the 6370 course. So you will notice here that it is now appearing with a new name. Earlier it was Design and Analysis of Reconfigurable Systems. Now it is appearing with Design and Verification of Reconfigurable Computing Systems. That's number one. Professor Ben Schaefer offers a course on high-level synthesis. Instead, what we have done is we have taken that course and the existing 6370 course, and we have recreated this 6370 in its new offering, and it will offer now a lot of high-level synthesis content within the course. And again, we feel that is very important, because today, if you look at the design in industry, it is now starting to move towards higher levels of abstraction. And we feel it is extremely valuable for our students to not only be able to do design, but at the same time be able to understand the design at much higher levels of abstraction, which would include system C, HLS kind of systems. So that is going to be the new content, and the first offering of this course is going to be in fall of 2023.
Thanks, Dr. Bhatia. So I think that is all I have for this slide sets, and now the floor will be open for any questions. So if any of you have any questions, just turn your microphone on and go ahead and ask questions.
Hello, Professor Lee.
Yes.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everyone. Yeah. So yeah, I've just seen this new course that is available that cancels off all the prerequisites, the CE 6320. So I'd like to know when that will be, when will that be offered? Like, will I be able to enroll for that in spring 23 itself? And how do I register it?
The current first offering for this course is going to be fall of 23.
All right, Professor. Okay.
See, officially the course is not in the catalog because it is going through the process.
Okay.
What we basically, the way I will express is what we are telling you is something that is not even published. Okay,
All right.
this is yet to come. But at the same time, we are giving you early information that in case anybody decides that this may be the path for me in future, we will work with you to start that path in spring itself, and then you can switch it in fall of 23.
Right. The reason I've asked this is because I've already registered for 5343. So if that's the case, like, what would you recommend that I do?
I believe you have registered for 5343 with the intention of taking 6363 or some of the other similar courses.
Yes, sir. Right.
Okay, so you really have two options. Let me be very clear. 5343 is a course which is pretty well structured on data structures and algorithms. And then 6363 is a much more intensive course in algorithms. If you decide to continue in that direction, right, I think it will be perfectly fine. If you decide to switch to the new degree plan, here is what I will suggest, and I think what might happen is you will still be able to count 5343 under the third block, which will allow you one 5,000 level course, and 6363, which will be the algorithms course if you decide to take that in future from computer science, will be countable in two different places. And let me be very clear. One, it can count as a computer science course as one of your electives, or, okay, during the time when we will be transitioning from current concentrations to the new plan, we will have to do some kind of grandfathering, which means 6363 would be countable in lieu of 6320, but that will be first couple of years.
Okay. All right.
And I will tell you, I am very sure there are going to be some scenarios that students will bring in front of us. And I can assure you the department and Dr. Lee will work with students to make sure the transition, if it has to happen for a student, it is very, very smooth without any penalty towards courses.
Sure. And I'd like to mention that I'm really happy. I've actually wanted to get into the VLSI systems track, and with this flexibility, I mean, I think, I'll be able to do all the courses that I really want to do. Because, yeah, go ahead, sir.
Yeah,
Don't worry about this.
and I will also mention that without fully selecting the wheel, because you have already started computer engineering, I don't know when, perhaps maybe the fall of 22 or before that.
I'm a spring student. I'm a spring admin.
So you probably already have at least 18 credit hours in your portfolio, right?
Right. Yeah.
In which case, my suggestion to you would be that if you decide to switch, you need not go into a track and just declare your track as none, but you still have the flexibility of taking all the courses then.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. Any other question from anyone else?
Hi all, Happy New Year. Yeah, I have a question. Regarding the new applied data structure courses. I have already taken your CS 5344, and I'm assuming that the syllabus would be similar to like the syllabus for applied data structures would be similar to the ones which I've already taken. So, um,
We cannot really hear you because of background noise.
um, is the hello? Is the disturbance from my end?
Now it is better.
Okay. So, yeah, as I was saying that I have already taken the CS 5343 course. So, um, like, will I be required to take the applied data structure course again if I decide to switch? Because I mean, I'm assuming the syllabus and the content would be very similar.
5343 and 6320 are very different courses because 6320 has a lot of algorithms content. So if you have taken 5343, it will still be countable towards degree. But
Okay.
instead of 6363, you would be able to take 6320.
All right. Thank you.
Hello, am I audible now?
Yes.
Okay, so my question for Dr. Bhatia and Dr. Lee, so if I have already taken 6363, you said in some time it would be counted in lieu of 6320, correct?
We can do that, yes.
Okay, and would there be any benefit to taking, or would it be possible to take 6320 in the future? No?
Because most likely you have taken 6363 either by taking 5343 or you already had that background.
Okay, so you
Right?
can't take both.
No.
Okay, and also, is there a different policy in so if there was an option to transfer to a CS masters, would I still have to reapply to the school?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Yes. So previously I was inquiring about switching my major from CE to CS so I could take
Right.
more CS electives.
Uh-huh.
But they told me I would need to reapply to the school.
Correct.
Is that still the same?
That is true. So it is different, the graduate program, so you need to apply. There is no, transfer from one graduate program to another.
Okay. Thank you.
Good morning, professors. My that for the core courses in the new degree plan, it says one of it is computer architecture and the embedded system and the applied DSP course. Applied data structures course. But in my case, like I've already taken the first two core courses, which is computer architecture and the embedded systems already, and
Mm-hmm.
I've registered for applied DSP, which was a core course before for
Mm-hmm.
the embedded track. But now, like, I want to switch to the new degree plan.
Mm-hmm.
What do you suggest? Like, I really want to concentrate on computer science courses rather than taking applied DSP now. So,
So
what would you suggest
here,
me to
here,
do?
here is what I will suggest. Since you have already taken 6304 and 6302, right?
Yeah.
Applied DSP, you can still keep it and it will still count as one of the electives in the new stream. And then
Okay.
you can do rest of the courses later.
Okay. Or will there be any other courses opening up, like for registration now, so that like I can drop from the applied DSP and take any other CS courses?
Well, there will not be any major change in course offering for spring 2023 at all.
Okay. Uh, yeah, I'll just look into it and thank you.
So think about it, and once again, as Dr. Bhatia mentioned, the new degree plan whole point is making it flexible. So even though you already took some of the courses in the old degree plan, um, the since the new degree plan is quite flexible, you may fit into that. And if there is an issue, let us know and we can discuss. Any other question from anyone else?
Yeah, Professor Lee. This is Abhinay again. So as of now, whatever degree plan that we have submitted for the first semester, that is still valid. So we don't have to do anything additionally, correct?
If it is something that you want to continue with, you don't have to do anything because you came under 2022 catalog year and you can graduate in that catalog. So all the requirements will be available to you.
No, Professor. I'm still going to join this spring 23. So I am a new admit. I'll be joining in spring 23.
So you have a choice. Technically, you are under catalog year 22. So you can either go that path or start planning in anticipation of this being your plan from fall of 23.
All right. Okay.
So, sir, hello. I just wanted to clarify myself that someone asked that if I have already enrolled for 6363, then I would be able to convert it to 6320, right?
If you go ahead and take 6363 and decide to switch your plan in fall 23, we will be able to count 6363 in lieu of 6320.
Okay, yeah, clear enough. Thank you, sir.
Excuse me, if I'm not interested in changing to the new degree plan, can I still stay in the old computer systems one and the transcript will still show the old track name?
Yeah, I mean, that perfectly is fine. In fact, that would be required by the rules and the law. So you will be able to stay that way.
Awesome, thank you. And would there be any concerns about any classes not being offered for that degree plan or track in the future, or would ever? Okay, awesome, thank you.
No, I don't see that way, but I do want to make sure that all the CE students understand that the concentration name is not printed on the transcript for computer engineering students.
Hello.
Okay, go ahead, please. Yeah.
Hi, Professor. In the new track, which is the embedded and VLSI system, 6303 is VLSI testing. In the current plan, it is testing and test. So is the syllabus same for both the things, 6303?
Yeah, the course name may have been a little bit of typo because that course has not changed because it is exactly the same course.
Okay, it's the same. Thank you, Professor.
Are there any other questions, please?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Dr. Bhatia. So for could you tell me for the embedded systems class, the new one that's been added, will that be offered this coming semester?
No, so again, when the changes are made, they have to go through the approval process. all the courses that we mentioned are being changed. They are currently under the approval process. So they really will get inserted as part of fall 23 catalog.
Okay.
Our university has a formal process. So when a change is made, department submits that to the registrar's office, but it really has to go through approval, which is at least 3 steps. Graduate Council and the University Senate has to approve it.
Okay, thank you.
So if there are any other questions related to the degree plans, please let me know. I will tell you that some of you will have questions maybe after this call gets over. Please feel free to reach out to us. This is a very, very new sort of creation. So feel free to reach out to us, and if there are questions that need to be answered, I am sure each one of us will be happy to answer. And if someone does not know the answer, we'll be able to direct you or redirect you to the right set of people so that it is clear.
Now my microphone works again. So in the chat box, I see a question. So I'm an incoming spring 2023 CE student. I have selected my courses for spring semester and also informed my advisor about my concentration. But if I want to change it to a new plan, what should I be doing? So that's exactly the point that we have this information session. You can have this new degree plan in mind and change your plan. If you want to change your course selection based on the new degree plan, you can do so. So you can contact the advisor one more time, and you want to go with a new degree plan. And of course, this is not official yet, okay? So you don't fill out the new degree plan yet, but you can choose courses based on the new degree plan. That's our the recommendation. Correct, Dr. Bhatia?
Mm-hmm.
And if I remember correctly, you said that the change will start happening in April.
No, it is 4/23. Dr. Taka, you are muted.
Let me try again. I had some delay. I'm sorry. I was saying the official introduction of the degree plan is for academic year 2023, but I think I heard that we can start processing changes in the degree plan starting in April, or did I misunderstand?
No, it's starting in August.
Oh, August. Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Since my microphone and speaker didn't work for a while, so I don't know exactly what happened, but I think the Dr. Bhatia they took care of the most of the questions. So if there are any more questions from anyone else, then we may adjourn this information session. All right, so
no matter which part will include.
Go ahead.
Can you please explain about non-degree plan option? So none essentially is you will be required to take 3 core courses, but then the electives would be based on however way you decide to, which still the restrictions would apply. No more than 3 in the electives for computer science and no more than 2 in the ECS electives, but choice of courses will really depend on whatever students would want to do. I actually expect a lot of students to be doing this kind of option because that is what will give you most flexibility.
The correct wording for your question is no track option. No track option rather than non-degree plan option. Okay. Course registration is different matter. Okay, so let's just concentrate on this degree plan change only. Okay. If any of you have questions, just turn your microphone on and ask questions. Dr. Bhatia, do you have any other comment that you want to give, or we can just close this information session?
I think we have provided most of the important information. I can also clearly see as students would discuss among themselves, and as they will probably sit and think and digest this plan, there will be questions, but as I also said, we are happy to meet and answer any of those questions in a group as well as one-on-one session.
Wonderful. So I know this is big change and news to you, and you may need time to think about it. But once you have the question, please let us know. And as Dr. Bhatia mentioned, we can have the more session later and to help you out to plan well. Once again, whole point of doing this is make it flexible and the meeting the industrial need and students need. Okay. So thank you all for joining this information session this morning. And I'd like to stop recording here.